Okay, so in this video, we're going to go ahead and do a warm-up. We're dealing with an ellipse. We're going to start a new section, but this is a good warm-up dealing with completing the square. These can be kind of some cranky problems, so we want to make sure that we got this skill down. So even if you think you got it, I would go ahead and try this problem. It's very good practice. So let's see here. Okay, so that looks pretty good right there. So we got this guy. We want to identify the coordinates of the center, vertices, co-vertices, and focal points. So remember, we're going to complete the square. We want to group all the guys together that are like terms and then move the constant to the other side. This problem's set up so it's already done for us. And so now I'm going to go ahead, and we can't have a leading coefficient, right? So this 4 for my x's and 9 for my y's, I'm going to go ahead and factor out. So if I pull that 4 out, I'm going to left x squared plus 4x. And I'm going to leave a little space there. And then we're going to have plus, right? And pull out a 9, y squared minus 6y, and I'm going to leave a little space, and that's going to equal negative 61. So now to complete the square, we take this guy right here, divide it by 2, and square it. Well, this is the whole idea of completing the square, right? But the trick, and I feel like a broken record, but I think it's important that I keep on stating it. The trick is that whatever this number is right here, so 4 divided by 2 is 2, that is what we are going to factor into. Okay? So that number is going to go right there. So it's a quick pattern that we can remember. We got to go back to this previous line, though, because what I want to talk about is we've added a new number in, this 4 divided by 2 squared, which is 4. That number is also being multiplied by what's on the outside, this 4. So when I add it to the other side, I got to do 4 times 2 squared plus this 9 times this, which is 9 times 9. Okay, because negative 3 squared is 9. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through this process of completing the square, and I'm just separating the colors so we can see which one belongs to our y guys and which ones belong to our x guys. And it actually works out that this guy is going to end up being 81 plus 16 minus 61, which is 36. Then this bad boy's got to equal 1, right? So I'm going to go ahead and divide everything by 36. So when we're dealing with an ellipse and stuff like that, we're going to go ahead and make sure that the end is equal to 81. I'm going to clean this up, going in the same color now. That would be over 9. That would be over 4. That's equal to 1. So center should be easy. Negative 2, 3. Getting that from this and this. I know that on the side, I'm going to actually put this on the side here. I know A is equal to 3, right? That gives me my A value. B is equal to 2. And I know that A squared minus B squared is equal to C squared, so that means 9 minus 4. So C is equal to plus or minus root 5. You're hearing the beep because it's the intercom at school, so a little extra special effects here in this video. So now I know that the vertices are going to be along the x because the 9 is bigger. So in order to find the vertices, I'm going to go ahead and take negative 2, and I'm going to add or subtract a 3, and the y value is not going to change. So my vertex is going to be a negative 2 plus or minus 3, so I'm going to have one of them as negative 5, 3, and the other one is going to be 1, 3. So there's my vertex. My co-vertices, I'm going to take negative 2, and the co-vertices are going to move along the y, and the co-vertices are going to move 2 units up and down. So I'm going to take my y value and add and subtract 2. So that means my co-vertices are going to be negative 2, 5, and negative 2, 1. And then last but not least, my focal points are going to be on the x. So I'm going to take plus or minus root 5 plus or minus root 5 comma 3. And because of the radical, I just leave this the way it is. And these are all the different pieces. So I got my center, I got my vertices, I got my co-vertices, and I got my focal points.